What's up, YouTube? What's up, Reno Slow Motion, Taboo Trinity again? Coming back with another vid. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna put out like 20 vids today, but I ain't been on YouTube and made a video in like 2 months, so it feels good to be back. I've been out of town doing some work in some other states trying to make some extra money, and I made a good little bit amount of money. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. Got some of the bill collectors off my back, treated myself to a few things or whatever. But I was missing doing my YouTube because it's my way of expressing myself when I'm not writing or whatever. So since this is my second favorite form of communication other than communicating with myself on paper, thought I would go ahead and get everything out of my system that I could today. And I really didn't have anything in particular to talk about, so I just started watching other people's videos, and some people are putting out some real good topics, so I want to touch on a few. Y'all gotta forgive me, y'all can tell I done put on a couple of pounds. That's why I ain't walking around in the white beater today. But I'm trying to stop smoking, and when you're trying to stop smoking, you substitute that craving for other things. And since I have this oral fixation for cigarettes, and I can't substitute that with pussy, the next best thing would be food. So today I have Nutty Bar, one of my favorite comfort foods. So Nutty Bar it is. Either that or the cigarettes, and I'm not buying anymore right now anyway, so because I'm not going to do that. It costs way too much money to support that habit. Could you imagine if you was a crackhead or like a meth head? I mean, these shits are like $5 a box, and once you get started smoking these, I was smoking like a pack a week. Now I'm up to like a pack every couple of days, and on a stressed out day, I can do maybe a pack or two a day, and that shit really takes a toll on your chest. I went to the gym a couple of weeks ago, man, and I was trying to do the elliptical machine. I was getting it for about 10 minutes. My ass felt like my heart was going to jump out of my chest. They had to get off that shit. Anyway, getting back to the point. Reno Slow Motion, you were discussing, is TV disrespecting or bashing women? I definitely feel like it has, and it's been doing that for quite some time. You do have some positive shows out there, but they're few and far between. Right now you have a lot of that reality TV bullshit, which isn't really reality, which you have people acting out or whatnot. And I just feel like television portrays women as well as just black people in a very bad light. You get the impression that women are all hoes, and we dress provocatively, and we're promiscuous, and we cheat on our men, or well, the straight people anyway, they cheat on their men, and they act stupid, and they're ghetto, and they just do a bunch of rowdy nonsense, and they argue and they yell and they get into cat fights over stupid shit, and they have to run around half naked all the time. And then you have these video vixens and things of that sort, or even the celebrities right now. And I actually touched on this on one of my other videos that I just did, where you have women running around half naked because, as we all know, sex sells. But it's sad that established artists such as Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Pink, even Pink for God's sake, I even think I saw Carrie Hilson on some award show recently. They were all running around in very provocative, skimpy outfits, and I just didn't think that was necessary. Like, for you to be recognized, you have to be walking around with your titties and your ass out for somebody to even pay you any attention. I mean, you're performing, for God's sake. That must be uncomfortable with that G-string in your ass while you're trying to dance across stage in 6-inch stilettos. That just doesn't look very comfortable at all. But I know that this isn't something that they are probably wanting to do, but it's what their manager or whoever is influencing them or telling them to do, because that's what's going to sell. That's what's hot right now. That's what you need to do. This is what everybody's doing. So go ahead and be a cookie cutter image and follow behind everyone else and run around half naked looking like a piece of trash. It made me respect their talent less because of how they felt they had to dress on stage. And that's not who we are. I don't like the fact that we have this uncensored music and uncensored television with, you know, all these movies out right now that have these sex scenes and all this vulgar, profane language, and these women running around with bustiers and these short skirts or whatever, and our young girls growing up in today's society are idolizing them and think that they're just the hottest shit. You know, I think even Miley Cyrus recently came out with a song talking about being naughty, or I'm a big girl now, or something she had coming out, and she was like, you know, dressed skimpy and everything like that. And we're talking about the girl who's supposed to be like from the Disney Channel and shit. Now, if these are the people that are young daughters or young sisters or young cousins or whatever have to look up to, they're going to want to emulate what they see. And now you have these young girls, as I'm sure most of y'all have seen, walking around with the little tank tops on and the short skirts, and they're like 11 and 12 years old, and they already looking grown. And that's a problem, because you're going to have these perverted men who will try to talk to a middle schooler or a high schooler, knowing that they're well into their 20s, 30s, or even 40s, or above that, because they're just sick in the head. And they will manipulate these young girls and have them thinking that, you know, I'm really into you, and this and this and this and that, and then they'll have sex with them, and then they'll leave them. God forbid they impregnate them, and then they leave them and don't want anything else to do with them. And this young girl might not know where he lives or even what his real name is. And now she's stuck raising a child when she still is a child. And then we have this repeated destructive cycle, because television is portraying us in the wrong light, and we're following or these young girls are following what they see. And you can't censor it. You can't censor everything that your child sees. And even if you could put censors on your television, how about the radio? Or even if you put censors on what you let them listen to in your home, how about when they step outside your door and go over to their friend's house? Or when they're walking down the street and somebody is playing that loud music on the radio, pop that pussy and shake that ass. Drop down low and scrub the flow. You know what I'm saying? You need some dick in your life. Fuck that pussy. You know what I'm saying? I want to fuck you like an animal. I mean, whatever. This is what they hear, and this is what they feel like they need to do for men to like them. And it destroys our young girls and cripples them, disabling them for being the kind of women that they should be or could be, because they feel like this is what they have to do to get men to like them. Men won't respect them if they don't spread their legs. Men won't respect them or pay them any attention if they don't run around half naked. And it's definitely a problem. And even touching on how black people are portrayed on TV, we're portrayed as thieves and drug dealers and abusive and ignorant. And this is what our young boys are seeing, and this is what they want to grow up to be. They want to grow up to be the Little Waynes and sell drugs and be disrespectful and sag their pants off their ass and don't even know why they're doing it, or want to get tattooed teardrops just because they look cool. They don't even know what it stands for. And they don't even realize that they're only hurting themselves. You know, because nobody's going to want this dreadhead with tattooed teardrops. Somebody's going to give you a job. Everyone's going to think you're a thug. The police are going to profile you every time they see you. But this is what they feel like they have to do for the young women to think that they're cool. Television just got everybody fucked up, basically, just to sum it all up, because it's not reality. It's not who we really are. But the problem is we don't know who we are anymore.